Hello everybody, welcome back to my channels, and today I'm going to show you my first ever DC-16 scale figure from Hot Toy. And so I'm going to start with this golden armor Wonder Woman. So I really love this suit, and as soon as I saw this in the movie I just thought, wow, this is awesome. I really love this design, and it's so shiny, and you know how I like my bling. So here we are. Yeah, so I really like this design of the suit, and yeah, it comes in two different versions. You got standard version and you got the deluxe one. Deluxe one is a massive wingspan that's just spread out all the way there, unless you have a really big space, which I don't. So I'm just gonna stick with the standard one. My first ever, also the head sculpt with the actual looking hair. So it's not sculpted hairs. It's not like loads of other figures that I have, which is all like a plastic molded, and this one is actually individual hairs that actually attached to the head sculpt. So which is really cool and looks so realistic. It's unbelievable. However, I don't know how to look after this kind of stuff. So I'm worried that the hair might lose eventually, like human, you know. So, and also it might trap into some of the armor. So I'm a little worried about it, and also because of the detail is really great, and I don't want to damage the suit and stuff like that either. So I just want to keep it like this in my display cabinet. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to pose or go crazy. Just stand up museum, standing there like that, you know. That's it. Even while I'm doing this review, I just a bit reluctant to do this, because to be honest, I had this figure for about 6 months or so, and I haven't done a video on this. So finally have to review this, and yeah, but it's just that I don't want to do too much touching on this one. And also it's very difficult for her to stand on her 2 feet with all this massive wing in the back, because the you can see her pose standing a little bit tilted in a way, because I have to do it that way, otherwise she will tip over back, because the back is too heavy unless you have something to lean over it. So yeah, that's a one issue that I have. And also that it doesn't come with the some kind of crouching, what do you call it, like clubs that you can actually grab her on the waist, that you can actually keep her steady and stuff like that. You can have it on probably a deluxe one. I don't know, I don't have deluxe, so I have no idea. But in this standard version, she doesn't come with that either. So when you pose her, it's kind of difficult, you know, because it's very difficult for her to stand with the tiny little feet on it. So that's the issue. In terms of accessory wise, she doesn't come with anything either, apart from a pair of hands like that, which is, yeah, nice. And you know, like it has gold painting on it, which is nice. And you got a pair of fists, and that's about it really. And then she have this Laszlo or True, which is that, you know, holding that, and that's all it's come with, unfortunately. And the price I pay for is about £230 from Zavi. I know I'm not gonna get any more from Zavi, but I decided to get this one this time from Zavi again, and because they were doing it on sale, so I couldn't resist it. And everywhere else I look is a bit expensive, even if it's not expensive like the deluxe version. But the shipping cost is ridiculously more than the standard one, because they are very big box and heavy, I suppose. So that's the problem. So I have to get it from Zavi in the UK, and coincidentally I got my Midas from them. I got this one from them as well. Both of the golden figures that I have in my collection come from Zavi, which is so weird. It's just so coincident as well. I can't believe it. And again, it has a little problem, which I'm gonna address it in a second. And the same as Midas, so you got a little bit imperfection there. So, and I have to talk to Zavi, and then, you know, they give me a little bit of money refund back or something like that, which is not much. And so, but I just take it and then just move on, I suppose. Anyway, let's take a pause on this one. Now, as you can see here, she's a little bit wobbly, so when you pick her up, you have to try to focus on her feet rather than the top, because the feet is the most important part in the figure, so to keep her standing. And the head sculpt, it looks really nice, so I'm gonna use the glove to hold this like this. Right, so here we are. You can see that she is absolutely beautiful. When you have the lights going or bouncing around, you can see it's so shiny. It's so freaking cool, you know. I just love it. Oh my goodness, look at that, it's so cool. And the head sculpt looks really nice, and I can see the Gal Gadot in here. However, I don't know why the eye is looking slightly tilted to the upward, to the right hand side, which is kind of weird. That's the only criticism I have. And you can take this helmet off like this, right? I have to be gentle. Oh my god. Inside that there's a little bit padded around it, and then you just have to be extra careful when you put her in. And then you can see the hairs are going all over the place, so you have to be very careful. So I feel like I'm petting the cat here. Oh my god. Oh dear. I've been so scared and so worried about this kind of stuff. The hairs is like some kind of spray on it or something, so it does stays in shape. But however, it's not really easy one to look after. As you know, the hairs are, even in person, it's just like all over the place. So it is a bit annoying. That's the only issue that I have. You can take out this tiara as well, and then you can actually make her look like a more natural. And I can see all the eyes and eyebrows and nose and everything looks so realistic, which is very nice. Probably this is the best looking Gal Gadot face. Obviously I haven't have other figures in my hand, so obviously I can't claim that, but I can see a lot of photos that I have seen from all over the internet and all the promo hot toy photos, and I can see this is the closest one to Gal Gadot face. Maybe the new one like Wonder Woman 100 and stuff like that, they also looks quite good as well. But the previous one probably they don't look the same as her. But this golden armor and the new one, Wonder Woman 100, I think, Disney 100 or whatever that version is, those one looks really good. Okay, so that is one thing I like about. Right, so the armor looks really nice. Like I said, I'm not going to do articulation in this video, unfortunately, because I don't think you can do any articulation here anyway, because the suit is all flash, all in one giant piece, apart from the little bit, the top part here. I think it's all one molded piece here, which is gonna be stuck. I don't think you can crouch down or bend or anything like that. Maybe you can twist a little bit, and that's about it. I don't think. I don't want to touch it. Oh my god, this is so scary. This is the thing about hot toys, that they are not good for articulation, and they're overpriced. They looks great on the shelf, and they look so good, but they are not designed for articulation. So if you want action figures and really want articulated figures, go for like something like 3-0 or Bandai, or like all these diecast figures from MoShows and stuff like that. They do really well with articulation, but hot toys don't do that, which is really annoying, and they are very expensive. They looks great, right, but don't expect too much on articulation. And also the arms, that you can have the little bit swivel on the bicep, and you can also make the arm go up and down. But then again, you can see that all the creases will happen on the joint if I go too far. That's why I just leave it like that. I don't want to move too much here. On the leg is also nice, which is not too bad. I like all the patterns and stuff. And this is what I'm gonna show you here. Right, I'm gonna have to pick it carefully. Right, so here is my problem. My number one problem here is the leg. Now this leg is fine. On the promo photo, the leg will go straight here, right? But in this one, as you can see here, is a little bit gap here, and on this side is a lot more noticeable. So I don't know if you have any of the Wonder Woman in your collection. For those of you who are watching it, can you let me know this is where that is normal? But my gut feeling is telling me that this is not, because it shouldn't be like this. It should be like this. Armor should be going straight with this, but actually it doesn't. And you cannot swivel much either, because this is how it is, or we go back in that place. So I don't know why they are not aligned, which is really annoying. So that's the only problem I have. And you can see on the camera, you can see a massive gap in the kneecap, and on this side is very sealed. And also this side also the same, massive holes here, and then on the other side is not. So when you actually articulate, it does move, but obviously it is not when you straight down, it just doesn't go in line, which is so annoying. And these plastic pieces are actually put on top of this internal cloth here. So I think they kind of glue it together as well. So when you turn, you can see internal cloth also swivel at the same time. So yeah, I don't want to touch too much here. I just want to leave it as it is. I don't want to break anything here. So apart from that, I have no complaint, right? So and obviously the wing can articulate. You can actually move it out if you want to. I'm gonna try to move it out a little bit. It kind of stuck here. Oh, there you go. It can actually go around a little bit like that. But it's not really much you can do. You can't spread out or you can't do anything like in a Gundam, but you can actually turn left and right. That's pretty much it. But then again, you have to be careful that the heads are not going to trap in between them. So that's another thing. So yeah, apart from that, I'm very happy with these figures. Absolutely beautiful. Really love the gold design and gold paint. But other than that, yeah, if you can get it from around about £200, it's worth it. But anything more than that, probably, yeah, think twice, I would say. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.